So as you probably know, there was a Nintendo Direct recently. I don't know exactly when this video will go up because I'm not very timely, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's pretty close. And all of my video ideas are kinda terrible right now, so I figured I might as well put out a video discussing the whole thing. I doubt I have anything new or worthwhile to talk about, but hey, it's better than a video about when the NES Classic came out. I'm hoping. Hello all 450 of you, I'm Redkwan, and these are my dumb thoughts on the Smash Direct. So here's the thing, I didn't really like that it happened. That's not to say it wasn't a good Smash Direct, but it shouldn't have been a Smash Direct. Like, I know that Super Smash Bros. Is a huge deal and tons of people get really excited for it, but here's the thing, we already heard about it for like half an hour at E3. I'd like to hear about some other games instead now. We already know the main premise of the game, most of the fighters, plenty of the assist trophies like that matters, and a bunch of details about the movesets. That's not to say they couldn't talk about more because they did, but I feel like we'd had enough, at least for a long time. What about the other games we've hardly seen recently? And just so you know, I'm counting every other game in that question. What about a Super Mario Party Direct? What about one for Fire Emblem, the lazy name? Or what about Metroid Prime 4? All games that we've seen but could still be shown much more in depth. I would have loved to have gotten a normal Direct where they just talked about a number of games coming, with things like the Yoshi game that we haven't seen in forever, and they could still have a few reveals for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate too in that. And I feel like it was just disappointing that they did an exclusively Smash-centered Direct, and not just because we heard a ton about it already, but because we already know what it is. With something like Zelda, hearing more about it is great because we don't know what's in store for us. But with Smash, we already know exactly what it's gonna be. They may throw in some tweaks to the gameplay or a new mode or some requested characters, but we don't need the last hour worth of Nintendo Direct time for the new Super Smash Bros. Like, I think you've already sold everybody on it, and showing off that a Alolan Executor as an assist trophy isn't going to make anyone get the game. And I know, Directs don't take up slots, so there could easily be one next week and all that, but chances are it'll be a month or so, maybe more, before we get another one. Because in a way, they do take up slots. Not set slots, of course, but they do like to space them out a little bit. And it makes sense to space them out like that. So now that that whole mess of me going on about why it had to be about Super Smash Bros. That probably didn't even make sense is over, how was the Direct itself? Well, I thought it was pretty good, actually. We got a couple new characters, one of whom was requested for a long time, King K. Rool, and a few from Castlevania, and some Echo Fighters too. I thought the only real exciting character reveal was for King K. Rool, and it was definitely a funny one too. But for fans of the Castlevania game, well, I'm sure those guys whose names I forgot will be a cool addition. It's like Barry Bonds or something, right? That's probably so wrong. The Castlevania character reveal was pretty strange, I felt, though, because first of all, Luigi was the star of the reveal, and two, I guess I don't really have it too, it's just the Luigi thing. So Luigi is just walking around with his poltergust, and he's having a grand old time, and then he dies. He just flat out dies. And then Barry Bonds pops in, ta-da! And I get that they want all the characters to be connected to each other in these reveals, but why focus so much on Luigi here, and then kill him? I honestly thought there was a chance they would blindside us with a Luigi's Mansion 3 reveal to start things off. I think this might have even been a secret teaser, because it kind of felt forced and out of place. Maybe that's just me looking into things that are actually pretty simple, but hey, maybe, just maybe, a Luigi's Mansion game is coming someday. Probably not. The King K. Rool reveal was, on the other end, not very confusing, and actually pretty funny. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong are sitting around waiting for a new game they can play when they hear from outside their window loud footsteps. They look, and then there's the shadow of King K. Rool! But then it's just King DDD. So King DDD thinks the prank he just pulled is pretty funny and jumps wildly around laughing until he gets smacked by the real King K. Rool for joking around too much. Also, throughout this whole thing, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong have some pretty great facial expressions. All the other stuff in the Smash Ultimate Direct was kind of forgettable, honestly. They showed us some stages, settings, and assist trophies, and honestly, not that much else. I will say, though, that I was really impressed by all the options they had for the crazy number of characters, stages, and songs that they've been able to shove into this game. I feel bad for the Super Smash Bros. Team because I think they need to top themselves with every new game, and that's going to be a massive pain after this. But yeah, the amount of stuff they've shoved in is really impressive. I kind of wonder how much memory that game is going to take, though. Probably a lot. Oh, and I also forgot to talk about the reveal for the Nintendo Switch Pod. You can listen to the music in Smash with your console in your bag. Is anyone actually going to use that? Seems super inconvenient to me, but I'm sure some fan will convince themselves it's what they've always needed in their life. The Nintendo Switch Pod Nano, releasing in 2020. Well, I'm Redkwan. Was this video one of the more lackluster ones? It kind of feels like it. I couldn't come up with enough bad jokes. What do you think about the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct? And would you rather that it was a different kind of Direct? Are you actually going to use your Switch as a music player? Because I'll make fun of you if you do. Anyways, I'm Redkwan. Thank you all for watching, and I'll hopefully see you all later. Goodbye.